All right, so let's start with some stretches first. Let's do our usual things. I'm going to time these so they're nice and consistent. So we are going to start with just a bend, a nice gentle forward bend. Get this stuff out of the way. Nice gentle forward bend. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to go right from that to a straight, nice straight spine to an extension up. And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. And then I'll guide you from there. So, but let's start with that nice easy bend forward. We're going to start that now and just pivot right at your hips. You should feel it in your hamstrings. If you're seated on the ground, you should really feel it. If you're in a chair, you should feel it in your lower back and your hips. Really stretch, nice and easy, no bouncing. Now we're going to go right to that straight tall one. So straighten that spine out and go nice and tall with it. You can put your arms up, put your arms up. If you can't, then just kind of keep that spine nice and straight. Ha, everybody left. Nice and straight. A little bit more. Keep that spine nice and straight. Now we're going to tip it to one side or the other and just let that lat side stretch out. Just going to hold that for 10 seconds. Keep holding that. I go the other way. And then from this side one, we're going to go back down into that front one. You're just going to like kind of roll right down into it. So now go forward again. And really let that pivot happen at your hips. Keep holding it. 10 more seconds. Keep holding it. Cool. Now we're going to do that twisted one with our legs bent. If you can bend your legs, great. You want to bring one leg over the other. If you can't, that's fine too. Just keep your legs in front of you, and you want to be pushing on the opposite. So whatever way I'm twisting, I'm going to push the opposite way. We're going to hold that one for 15 seconds as well. So you pick a side, and here we go. Just give that nice, gentle push on your leg. Nothing crazy. This should feel good after golfing, Vincente. Now we're switching sides. Nice, Stella. Keep holding that. All right, good. All right, we're going to jump right in here. Come on. All right. Okay, so we're going to do 13 things. We're going to start with planks. So just regular planks, front planks to start with. If you are a seated athlete today, you're going to be doing that front crunch. Arms up or down, doesn't matter, but you want to be holding that crunch and pulsing forward to your knees if you're seated. If you're doing a front plank with me, we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. If you're doing a crunch, you're going to hold it for the whole 30 seconds. Hold 30 seconds. So if you're doing the planks, go ahead and get ready for that. We'll take 30 seconds in between each one, and we'll do 13 for Friday the 13th. 13 different things though. So here we go. Front plank or a front crunch with the pulse down to your knees. Here we go. If you're doing a plank, concentrate on that form. Keep it nice and straight. Keep everything nice and rigid. If you need to take a little bit of weight, drop a knee down. Three, 2, 1. Good. And take 30 seconds in between each one. So you can drink some water. Next thing we're going to do is a side plank. for the same 30 seconds. If you're a seated athlete, I just want you to do a crunch without the pulsing this time. So you can either do it with your arms raised out in front of you, or you can just be doing a straight crunch. If you're doing a straight crunch, you want to keep that core tight all the way from your chest down to your hips. So nothing should be moving and nothing should be soft. If you're doing a side plank with me, you're going to go nice and rigid all the way down. Don't sag. If you want to touch a hip down, or if you want to put a block underneath your hip, kind of take some of that weight, feel free to do that. We're going to start and go for 30 on each side. So we're going to do both sides. So that's going to count as 2 different ones. So here we go, up and away. And we're going to go for 30 on both of these. So if you're doing that front crunch, hold it tight the whole time we're doing it. Really? Really? Keep holding everything nice and tight. Good. Okay, 30 in between, and then we're switching sides. Okay, here's your rope. Oh boy. So make sure you're drinking water through all these. That way you're not getting so parched. So side plank or front crunch again, without the pulsing though. Hi, trouble. All right, coming up on it here. Here we go, 30 seconds for both. And we're off. Keep everything nice and rigid. Keep it nice and rigid. Five more seconds. Perfect. Awesome. Last 30. Next thing we're going to do is Russian twists, and everyone does those the same. So you can use a weight with this one. This will be one of the few that we'll introduce a weight with. So we'll do that with Russian twists and V-ups. Not even with hovers today, just because we're going to do 15 things. So if you want to use a weight, you're going to hold that in front of you and just be tapping the ground on either side of you as you're going. If you want to make it harder, tip your legs up off the ground a little bit. But if you're seated, you're still doing that full rotation. Make sure that core is nice and even as you're doing it. And we're going to do 30 of those. Let me reset this. I don't need that. So 30, so 15 on each.
Oh, yeah, I don't want my cup blowing. So
here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. 30 in between. Next thing we're going to do is V-ups. If you're doing V-ups with me, you're going to be doing 10 of those. If you're doing a seated athlete today, you're doing that twisting crunch. So you're going to twist into a pretzel this way and then core up after you make the twist. So don't core up before you twist. That can hurt you. And I'll switch you when we go to 5. We are at number 5 right now. Cruising right along. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these guys. This will be the other one if you want to add weight to it. This is a good spot. So remember V-ups, you're kind of just coming up to your shin and then back down. All right, so we're going to do 10 of these. If you're doing the twisted crunch, I'll switch you at the 5. Here we go. And off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and switch sides. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Now we're all going to do crunches. So we're going to do 10 crunches. If you're seated, you're going to just hold that seated crunch the whole time, but you're going to pulse down for the 10 count that we do. So again, make sure you're drinking water in between these if you have it. This is number 6. All the way up to 13 for Friday the 13th. All right, we're going to get started in now. So 10 of these guys. So remember, if you're on the ground, don't lace your fingers, just be touching them, and then you're just peeling those angel bones up off the ground. Here we go, 10 of these guys for everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. 30 again. So this one is going to be hovers for 30 seconds. Everyone will be doing a hover. So if you want to be in a chair, you can be in a chair. If you're on the ground, you're just pushing up off the ground and lift that bum off the ground a little bit. I have to put something under my hands because they don't like when I do that. So I use little dumbbells because I can wrap my fingers around them easy. And then I don't smash my knuckles up. So we're going to hold the hover for 30 seconds. If you're seated in a chair, all you want to be doing is locking out those arms and getting the bum off the ground a little bit. When you do that, core up as you lift up. If you're on the ground like I am, all I'm going to do is lock my elbows out, rise up, and then I'm going to tip a little bit forward and core up once I get there. So we're going to hold this for 30. Here we go. Nice, easy 30 seconds. Keep that core nice and tight the whole time. That way your bum stays up in the air. Hello. Keep holding that, keep holding that. 10 more seconds. Hey, hey. Oh. Perfect. Okay, 30 in between. So the next thing, we're going to go back, front plank or a front crunch. So about 10 more seconds. So front plank or a front crunch. And if you're doing the front crunch, you're going to do that pulse down to your knees for the entire time. So you probably will get in 15 or so if you can. If you're doing a crunch plank with me, we're going to do a front plank starting now. Keep that bum nice and level. Nice and straight. Keep going, 10 more seconds. Keep holding that. 2, 1, perfect. Okay, 30 in between, and we're going to do bird dogs. Hold on 1 second. Puppy emergency. So bird dogs, if you're doing bird dogs, you're just, you're picking one way or the other, alternating. If you're not doing bird dogs, if you're seated, then you are going to be doing a twist crunch. So pick a side and I'll switch you when we get to 5 because we're going to do 10 of these. So we're going to do 5 each side. Excuse me, doggy. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and twist into that crunch and then core up right now. And if you're doing bird dogs, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and switch that crunch to the other side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 30 in between. Okay, we're going to do block passes, or, oh, if you're not doing block passes, you're going to do hands up crunch. So your crunch is here, but your arms are either in front of you if you can. High if you can is even better. If not there, keep them at your sides, and you want to core up everything. I mean shoulders, core, chest, everything. If you're doing block passes, we're going to do 10 of those. If you're doing that high crunch, you're going to hold it for the whole time that we do these guys. 2 more seconds. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these guys. And here we go. If you're doing that crunch, arms up, and away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. 30 in between. We're going to do 2 side planks. You're at number 11 already. Oh. Hello. Oh, hi. So side planks, or if you're not doing side planks, what did I have you guys doing? Oh, you guys are twisting again to that crunch. Hi. So everyone is doing something to their side right now. I'm going to reset this. We're going to go for 30 seconds. If you're doing that side crunch, go ahead and turn. Hey, you got to go. 1 second. Go. Go. Okay, then come. Come on. All right, number 9. Here we go for 30 seconds. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Up and away. Hold that nice and rigid. If you're doing that twist crunch, hold that nice and rigid. This is a very good sit spot for you. All right. You're halfway there. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, 30 in between, and then we're switching sides. This is number 12. This is Luna. About 10 more seconds. Okay, there we go. Now we're doing that side plank the other way, or you're doing the other twist crunch to the other side. Here we go for 30, and we're off. The puppy's so mad at you. Oh, she's so mad. 5 more seconds. Hold it. Good. Okay, 30 in between. Okay, last one, number 13. So if you're on the ground with me, we're going to do overhead leg raises. So that, and there'll be a dog fight behind me, which would be neat. So overhead leg raises are going to be from the ground all the way up to a 90. That was way over 90. And then back down and then back up. If you want to make it a little harder, since it's the 13th one, when you get to the top of your 90, you can kind of push up and do like a little kip at the end. You don't have to. If you're seated, anything you could be doing with your legs in the front. So either that's going to be a lift with your hands to help your legs. If you can lift them up even slightly just to get them off the ground, or in lieu of that, you can do a hover again for this whole time. So we're going to be doing 10 of these. If you're doing a hover, just hold it for that whole time. If you're doing any kind of pull up with your core, just kind of do that as much as you can. You don't have to hold it for the entire time we're doing these 10 because that might be a bit long. I'm just going to get attacked by dogs. So again, here we go. We're going to do 10 of these guys. Excuse you. Pardon me. Okay. If you're doing leg raises, you want to keep your hands at your side, so that way they're not floating around. It keeps your form pretty nice. Excuse me. Go. Here we go. 10 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hello, doggies. Beautiful. 13 for 13. Awesome. So let's do some stretches again here to round us all out. Why are you biting me? Sheep at you. We're going to do the front. Let's do the twist one first. And this time we're going to hold for 45 on each side. So here we go. You guys pick whatever side you want. And we're going to do that right now. Excuse me. Hello. Give a nice good push. Core is nice and loose. So nice and relaxed. Just coming up on 27, 8, 9, 30. We're gonna go 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna switch sides. And we're gonna switch sides just nice and fluid. All right, here we go. We're switching sides. And we're pushing. Core is nice and loose. You should just feel the tension in your arm and your shoulders. Keep holding that. Keep holding that. Hey, be nice. Good. 5 more. Cool. Okay, let's go side to side now. We're going to hold those for 15 each. So arms up if you wish, or arms at your side is fine too, whichever one feels better. We're going to go for 15 on each side. Just arms up, and we're tipping to the side. And again, core's not tight at all. We'll just be pulling. Hey, excuse you. Hey, Luna. Keep that bend. Going the other direction. Keep that bend. Good. Now we're going to go right into a forward bend from wherever you are. Going forward now. What should I do? Hey. Keep that bend. Here. Hold that there. Hold it. 10 more seconds. Just hold that. Hold that. There you go. Beautiful. That is your Friday the 13th 13 exercise workout for the day with the puppy battle royale that was behind me the whole